What's up, everybody, and welcome in to another edition of Big Men on Basketball. It is Friday, rounding out the week, December 16th, 2022. I hope you're all having a great day wherever you are. We are back at it and better than ever. However, we get another interesting slate, a small slate of college basketball. It's the calm before the storm. Tomorrow, you've got an incredible card, hundreds of games. And I got an announcement straight out of the gate. We'll get into that in just a second. It's been a wild week at Barstool Sports. It culminated last night in a wild scene of events, and we don't have to get through that again. We heard what happened. A wild day yesterday. It seemed like a day that lasted forever. We are peeling back the onion a little bit and figuring out what's going on. Next week will be interesting as well as I embark on another trip up to Barstool Sports. I got a busy week, and it's Christmas week next week. I'm going to first round out or start the week in New York. I'll be there Monday and Tuesday. I got an interview I'm doing Tuesday, Monday. Obviously, we'll do all sorts of stuff. So, a lot going on. So that should be fun. But we got an interesting weekend to get to. We got some college hoops. We got holiday parties. We got going out. Good weekend to get to. If you're in the chat, say hello. If you're out there watching on Twitter or wherever you are, you're here on YouTube, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. I'm not going to kind of belabor the point, but we've got some hoops to get to, and we'll get to that in just a second. So stand by and relax. Let me just get this stuff retweeted. I want to first say tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning, I'm going to embark on something that I don't believe anyone at Barstool has ever done. I'm going to be on a stream, and I'm going to go over every game on the card, okay? Some games will have more info than others. Some games I might spend 10 seconds on. However, I'm going to give an opinion on every game. It could be interesting. I feel like it's something that as we get started, it's a fun thing to embark on. So I'm going to do it here tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Should take a little bit of time, but it's something I did last season at times, and I'm going to do it again this year. Again, I'm just going to go over every game, what I would do if I were you in those games. What you end up doing is up to you, but I feel like if I can offer my opinion, I'm going to try to do it. As I said, some games, there's not going to be a ton of info, but it's all relative. And who knows where people are going to go with the card. So we'll take a look at it. Spacula, what's up? Stephen Marinello, Joseph DeCesare, MD, Peter, Dane, Prank Brothers, Ass Smasher, Jeffy F. Baby, what's up? Alex Dantzler, Chase Pledger, what's up? Hugo, what's good? Matthew, what's up? Devin Grove, where's Rico? Not sure. I'm probably at his house. Mellow Ball, what's up, my brother? Boston Diamond, what's up? Role Players, what's up? Jonesy 30, Fresh Sheets Friday, correct. They're in the dryer right now. How do you like that? Will it be a YouTube stream? What else would it be? 100 no guarantee. That would be wild. Again, not going to give you I'm not going to track this. It's just something I'm going to go over. Jerome, what's up? Clam Diver, what's going on? All right, let me get into some things here. As the little ticker says, if you have a question for me, you're welcome to ask. Here's what I'm not going to answer. Don't ask me questions about tomorrow's slate. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm looking ahead at it. It's very interesting, but I don't have a take. So those are questions that you can just save. Tristan C says, good spaces last night. I fell asleep early, so I caught it this morning. Highly entertaining. Yeah, that was fun. I had a good time. With a lot of people in there. I think at one point we had over 2,000 people in there. That was fun. So shout out to everybody that came into Spaces. And as we wake up this morning, Spaces is gone on Twitter. Elon got upset and took it off. No EP, what's up? Let's go Nadu. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? All right, let me get into some couple of games here. I got 4 games that I wanted to chat about here on the card. I want to start with, where do I want to start? I'm going to start with an interesting one. Georgetown and Xavier, okay? This is interesting because Georgetown has not won a game in the Big East in a long time, over a year, I believe. However, you look at in the tenure of Patrick Ewing as a double-digit dog, they're 14-5 against the spread. They're a home dog tonight. Now, it's rare you see in the Power 5 or the Power 6 a team that is at home and getting double digits. That is very, very rare. Here you have it. Now, Xavier, over the last 6 games against Georgetown, only one they have won by double digits, and it was last season. They absolutely pulverized the Georgetown Hoyas in the final regular season game of the season, 97-75. It was an up and down game. We saw 172 points combined. It was a wild one. Now, the question you have here is, this should be, now again, I say this should be a spot where Georgetown is ready to go. They're motivated. New lease on life, Big East schedule, lot to kind of be excited about. You have some talent on this team. You're not overly lost like you've been in years past. You have the ability to hang in this game. But as we know, they're going to get their Xavier on the block. Fremantle, Nunge, very good players. Georgetown is not a good defensive team. And Xavier is really good on offense. Their pace has been elite. Their offensive efficiency has been elite. And you look at them as an over this year, 9-2 to the over. I got to be honest, I thought this number would be closer to 160. I think one thing has been clear with Georgetown, they're not a very good defensive team. And really have never been a good defensive team under Patrick Ewing. I also look at Xavier. I mean, I feel like at times this group has struggled as well. I mean, you look at in games where they face teams, what Paul says, they give up 81 to Indiana, 83 to Florida. Gonzaga put up 88. West Virginia put up 74. Cincinnati put up 77. This is a team that, isn't great on defense. And look, they're going to give you some looks from three. I think this is a team in Georgetown that has the ability to hang in this game. I think if you like Georgetown, you probably just take the over. Because I feel like if Georgetown covers this game, it's going to be one of those like 84-74, 87-77 type of games. I leaned over here. Again, the card's pretty short. I thought 154. I'd have put it more at like 159. That was kind of where I had it. Seems like there's some value here. Again, as I said, this Georgetown team has played very well against X. And again, Ewing has been a pretty good coach in spots where they're double-digit dogs. And when you look at Georgetown, they have some talent. I mean, Primo Spears is a guy that can get it done, the transfer from Duquesne. Brandon Murray comes over from LSU. He's had some success this season on the perimeter. Jay Heath, the BC transfer. Wahhab's obviously a load down low. Bryson Mozone is a guy that upstate was a solid player. He's given you some good run this year. So, this is a team that I think can score some points in this game and maybe keep it close and hang around. I feel like if, again, you like Georgetown, you lean with just taking the over here. Another interesting game that I thought on the card, I really like this Youngstown team. This has been one of the teams in the non-con in mid-major basketball out of the Horizon League. Watch out for it. This team can really score, man. 87 points a game so far this season. Let me say that again. 87 points a game this season. They've been playing with pace. They've got a lot of talent. A lot of high major talent has come to Youngstown. And, this team is going to be a really formidable group in that conference. This group can really kind of fill it up. And you look at kind of what they do offensively, they're good at every level. They've really shot the ball well. Dwayne Cohill's been great from three. Adrian Nelson's been good from three. Nelson's been good kind of running the guard position. They've been just solid in general. They're well coached. Garrett Covington's been solid for them. And then they get a game tonight where they're going to be able to run at their pace in this one. Southern University out of the SWAC, very guard-oriented conference, generally a conference that really likes to get downhill and go up and down. They're going to allow you to kind of do what you want. You look at Southern University, again, against any team with a pulse. Arizona, 95 put up. Even St. Mary's got into the 70s, which is rare for them. Omaha put up 88. Louisiana Tech put up 74. Xavier put up almost 80. This is a team that is going to kind of let you get what you want. And when you play Southern University, there's one thing you have to know. You are going to be at the free throw line a lot. This team cannot guard without fouling. They're putting teams in the foul line more than virtually anyone in America. You look at the foul numbers here. Youngstown makes their free throws. They're in the high 70s as far as percentages are concerned. Southern, also a team very good from the line. They want to get into the teeth and get to the line. Again, guys, this is a game, to me, I'm going to have something on. Over 152. This Youngstown team is 10-1 to the over this year. And I've kind of talked about this team. They can score the fucking rock. I don't think Southern's going to put up much of a wall defensively against them. And I'm going to be honest, I think there's some success here from Southern. They have a kid, Bryson Etienne. He was at Texas Southern, a good player. This kid can score. They can score. They're also a pretty good team from 3, Southern. I feel like they can hit some shots and kind of maybe keep this one close a little bit. Breon Whitley's done a nice job for them. He shot the ball well. The Murray State transfer. I think this game screams points to me. I'm playing the over 152. Just kind of a game where, to me, I trust my handicapping and what I know about these teams. You know, Southern has been a team that has no problem kind of going up and down. Again, I'm going to put this out there, guys. It's finals week. There's not a lot of juice in some of these cards. So I'm hoping that we kind of get max effort. Again, this has been the week or the last week or two, where everything that should happen hasn't. So like Youngstown, they're 10-1 to the over. But again, I'm sure tonight it'll be 65-60, right? No one will make anything. I will say, though, last night I told you guys I thought Southeast Louisiana Nichols will get over the number, and they did. So I guess we'll take anything we can get at this point. Also, maybe another angle to look at this one. Youngstown State, team total tonight is 80.5. They've scored 80 or more in 7 games this year, and one of which they had 79. So they have been a very good offense, okay? I think that's also another play I'd probably look to make. Maybe if you don't want to worry too much about Southern. But I actually think Southern can contribute to the scoreboard here. I really do. I think they can get to, 70. I think that's surely something they can add here. I feel like if they can kind of do what they do. Again, Youngstown wants to play fast as well. They're not a real good defensive team. Youngstown has had some lapses. They give up 80 to Navy. Northern Kentucky put up a 77 against them. Ohio put up 81. They give up 81 to Canisius. This is a team that will give up some points. So I'm going to lean on it over, maybe a team total over for Youngstown. Pretty interesting. Let me go through some comments, and then we'll get some other games here. Do I have any thoughts on Stanford, Green Bay? No, not really. I'm noticing we don't have many people here today. It's Friday, usually kind of a slow day. People are finishing up work. They're out. They're doing stuff. And it is a week till Christmas. So what do you think about Creighton money line? I'll get to that in just a second. Do I have any thoughts on Princeton tonight? I leaned over in that game, Princeton, Delaware, 2 teams that, pretty good offensively. Princeton obviously runs that Princeton offense. Delaware with Jameer Nelson, I think they can score. First thought will be over. I'm not worried about fights. I'm not looking to fight anybody at this point. I'm looking to kind of make amends with everybody. I don't have any beef anymore. And by the way, Rico, I want to, I'm just going to say it now. Breaking news. Rico reached out to me. I give him credit for that. I'm not going to really talk about what he said, but, we're going to speak next week. So, we're making progress, if you will. So maybe you take that and go clip that. He reached out to me this morning, and he just kind of said, hey, I think we should do this in person. So listen, I'm giving him the respect. I told him, if you need anything, man, I'm here for you to talk. Obviously I'm probably not the first person he's going to go to speak to. But I'm here to speak to him if he really wants to speak to me. So, I can sense when somebody's, I think, hurting, and listen, life ain't easy, man. You go through shit. I've been going through shit. We all have our own problems, And I think sometimes you got to be willing to let bygones go and just admit when someone's just struggling, So, um, and the past is the past. You got to move on eventually. So, I guess we'll see what happens. But all right, let me get to two other games here, and then we will kind of just open it up here. I wanted to quickly get to this one: Tulsa, Mississippi Valley State. First thought to me here was under. Tulsa's not a real good offensive team. They've kind of been wonky under Eric Conkle, the first-year coach. They kind of wanted to play fast, but they're not very good offensively. So that's kind of been a problem. I thought it was a bit high of a number. Tulsa, not a team that I'm running to lay 20-plus points with. And Mississippi Valley, as we know, plays extremely slow. We saw that the other night against Wichita. I think they got the 48. This kind of screamed to me like 68-50 or something. I think this is a low-scoring game. I don't think we see a ton of points in this one. I think Tulsa, if anything, is going to be somewhat disinterested by the end of this. This is also a Tulsa team that's not played real well. And this is a team that lost to Oregon State, Detroit Mercy, struggled against Central Michigan. Not real high on Tulsa. They're not a team that looks to me they can get into the 80s or anything. And again, George Ivory and Mississippi Valley just kind of want to play slow and hopefully limit possessions and not get crushed. I thought this number was a little high. I would have put it around 130. Again, I kind of had it at like, kind of like a 70-50 type of number. I think 136 was high. Marquette and Creighton. This is obviously one of the big games of the night. And, obviously the big news is no Kalkbrenner, right? I mean, that's obviously huge. I don't think, and I think it's clear they're not the same team without Mr. Kalkbrenner. They've lost 5 in a row, Creighton. Who'd have thought that, right? We heard how good this team was. I guess you still have to ask yourself, how do you feel about Creighton at this point? Kalkbrenner's a major focal point of this team, and I think it's evident that they're just not the same. Now, remember, I mean, they played some good teams, but this is a team that lost to Nebraska, had 53 points in that game. Kalkbrenner played. Now, he only had 10 points, but this has not been just a Kalkbrenner problem. Kalkbrenner didn't play against BYU and they lost, but that makes sense. He lost a close one to Arizona State. This is another tough ask, right? Going to Marquette. 5-serve form, not easy. That's not an easy place to go play. We know they're going to turn the tempo up. But I think for Marquette, I think Creighton can operate, right? Because Kalkbrenner's a big. And I thought Fred King did a pretty good job for them. So, I think both offenses are kind of going to get theirs in this game. I kind of had it as, first to high 70s wins. Because I don't think, if you look at Creighton, without Kalkbrenner, I don't know if they're going to be able to deal with Marquette inside. You look at what Marquette did to Baylor. I mean, they trounced Baylor inside in the front court. It was ugly. I don't know if I have a lean. If I had to play this, I would lean on probably taking Creighton, but I think the play probably would just be over. I think both these Big East games have some points in them tonight. I think if you take both dogs, I don't believe you'll lose both. I would be very surprised if you lost both. I think there's a couple of good overs on this card. I obviously mentioned that Youngstown one. I think both Big East games could go over the number. And then I kind of leaned under in that other game, Mississippi Valley, Tulsa. An interesting card. Not much out there. I think there's 13, 14 games. By the way, I hit earlier with the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, who I got to tell you, I mean, out of the gate, they did not play well. That was ugly. I mean, they had the opportunity to kind of go down 14-0 and nobody was going to look back, but they cut it to 10-6 at the half, and just kind of grind it, right? You know what I was worried about late, though? I was worried about one of those stupid plays where they're in their own end and they try to do these stupid things and we have some sort of dumb pick six and end up pushing or something. But they found a way to push through. That was impressive. Get a bowl win to start season. I'll tell you what, college football, man, has been a gold mine to me, man. I have had such a good couple of years in college football, man. Had a great season last year, made almost 20 units of profit. College football this year, I'm up almost north of 10 units. It's been a good couple of years for me. College football, guys, is really turning into my kind of my thing. I've really had a good read on these bowls and these games over the years. Now, people ask about the card tomorrow in college football. Let's kind of take a look here. I didn't have anything on this game going on right now. I thought it was kind of strength against strength, kind of a clash in styles. Troy kind of slow. UTSA wants to go up and down. Cincinnati, Louisville, I think it's a real hard one. You obviously have two really precarious coaching situations there. Florida, Oregon State. I'm a big Jonathan Smith fan, but am I running to bet them as almost a double-digit favorite? I don't think so. And I feel like at 10.5, we saw a little buyback with this number. That was kind of one that I didn't have much on. Remember, Jake Haener back for Fresno. They have been very good since his return. And when he's been in the lineup, they've essentially scored 30 or more points in every game. Now, the Washington State, they're dealing with some coordinator problems. Eric Morris left to go to North Texas. I think the defensive coordinator left as well. They have some guys sitting out, not going to have a full complement. And one thing I noticed about Wazoo, when they kind of stepped up and faced high-profile offenses, i.e. Oregon or teams like that, they had some issues. So, I felt like Fresno, that number's kind of been bet up a little bit. And I think the money makes sense. Even at 4, I think there's still probably some value with that one. Rice, Southern Miss, didn't have much here. Two teams that I think kind of just fought to get where they are. I would just probably lean on whoever's getting points here. And in this segment, it's Rice, but not a game I'm interested in. I think this is probably one of the worst bowl games on the card. And I think people will be betting on other things. SMU, Brigham Young. First thought was, I got to tell you, I don't bet teasers much, if ever. I don't think I bet a teaser this year, quite honestly. But I kind of liked BYU in a teaser of some sort. You're getting them up to like 10.5 or something. I think that game's at least within 10. I don't know about 4, but I could see it being a 35-28 type of game, either way. And I think that makes sense for Boise, maybe taking them down to 4.5. I think that's a decent teaser spot, man. I really do. I don't play teasers much. I think it's a kind of a lose-lose proposition a lot of the time in college football, especially with totals, but kind of one that I think could be interesting tomorrow evening. Let me go through some comments here. Sound like Rico is becoming reformed. Yeah, it seems like it. Let's hope. I lean under, probably. Hugo says Men of Honor hashtag. Thank you, Hugo. Lions Collectibles. I need a Rico Nadu hoop show. Well, maybe. You never know. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Danny. Yep, it's already been discussed. Stern says Xavier is my holiday lock. Yeah, I don't agree with that one, but I wish you luck, man. And I kind of talked about that one at the beginning, so definitely rewind, be back and forth a little bit. Eric Lowry, thanks, brother. Appreciate that. How will Texas be without Beard? Well, I think it's going to, obviously take some time, right? But they didn't look good first game out. Eric Leduc saying hi from Scotland. I got Nadu Army going here in a year. And Ayr, Scotland. What's up, Eric Leduc? You've been around forever. Love hearing that. Shout out Eric Leduc in Scotland. I love that. Jeff, a little bit of an in the weeds question, but when playing totals in the days before being a Barstool exclusive, how did you decide what the better price if the numbers aren't linear? I'm not sure what you mean. I just kind of go with what we have the day of. I don't put those out, days before. The one I did last week, I decided the day of. And if I do one tomorrow, it'll be the same thing. So, yeah. I'll probably have another one tomorrow. We'll see if we can hit on a 2-teamer. All right. Yeah, I haven't lost 30 units in college basketball. Again, guys, if you're going to come in here and you want to talk shit, at least tell the truth. I don't think I've even wagered 30 units. I only bet half units. But you know what? Listen, Steve, are you like the hating stuff is just done. No one's really hating anymore, Steve. And to be honest, I'm not really going to pay much attention to your comments. I really don't care what you think of me. I thank you for watching, man. And if you're going to talk shit, at least have some relevance. and at least talk truthful. Yeah, it might be, Matthew. It might be. What's up, Bradley? Hey, Quinn, what's up? What's up, James Wiley? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Would I ever be a stepdad? I guess it depends. I guess it depends what kind of woman I'm dealing with. If that's what the duty calls for, then absolutely. Kids are great. It's not, I don't think it's what I set out to be, but if that's what I'm called upon, sure. If you guys have any other questions, you're welcome to ask. We're kind of wrapping up here on a Friday. What are your thoughts on team totals in college hoops? I like team totals, absolutely. Yeah, I still am blown away from that in today's day and age. You know, it's generally just like grown men that do it. It's pretty rude, pretty rough. I mean, that's how you want to spend your life, I guess. Have at it, but you know, you don't really bother me too much, I guess. I just kind of make you look stupid, you know. What else do we have here? A lot of Nadu crew stuff in the chat. Love to see that. Like I said, I will be here tomorrow, guys. Remember, 10:30 a.m. It's going to be a crazy job, but somebody's got to do it. So make sure you're here. James Wiley says, my father-in-law wants to know what's your pick for the football national championship. Go Dogs. I'm going to go with Michigan, and I'm going to go with Georgia. That's what I'm going to go with. And I'm going to go with Georgia to win. I think they go back-to-back. As far as basketball, that is a tough question. At this hour, I'll go UConn. Yeah, I don't have anything tomorrow on the card. I'm not sure why people keep asking. I as I said, I'll go over it tomorrow. Best Pac-12 team is Arizona. What's up, Danny V? Tanner Johnson, love your stuff. I might have missed it, but what do you want tonight? I'm the only one I actually bet is Youngstown over 152. Any thoughts on Pistons Blazers? The only game that I thought about was taking Golden State as a home or as a road dog. Look, guys, I know they're not good on the road, but I don't know. 9.5 struck me as a little high in that game. I know they're not going to have Stephen Curry, but it's actually up to 10, I think. So I think maybe they can at least hang around. And I think the growing sentiment is they're not very good, but it's still the Warriors. I don't think the Sixers are worthy of laying that kind of price. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of lean on the Warriors here. I didn't play it, but just kind of a thought. Yeah, Golden State's they're not good on the road. I think that's kind of well known. Yeah, Sixers find ways not to cover. Exactly. Shout out Tungstown Bobby. Shout him out. No Draymond. Yeah, I don't really care about players in the NBA. I know a lot of people do. I don't. That means absolutely nothing to me. It's too many points to me. That's all. I've talked before about it. It's really just about situational shit to me. That might sound crazy to some of you guys, but for me, that's just how I don't think players really matter too much. Generally, these guys come in, step up, But all right, hey Steve, take it easy, man. See you later. You want to come in here and act like a human being, you're welcome to it. But if you're going to come in here and just be a douche, so be it. And again, no, players don't mean anything in pro sports. You talk to any true handicapper, someone that makes a living doing this, they will tell you that. Doesn't matter. It's all about the number. It's all it's about. Have you ever done a show on the Canadian Mafia? No, I haven't. Not yet. I've done a lot of content, though. Check it out. Talk a little bit about it once in a while. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I usually try to keep these on Friday at about 30 minutes. There's no need to beleaguer the point here. I hope you all have a great evening and a good Friday night. I'll be back tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. We're going to do this show. I'm going to go over every game. I'm not going to do much in the way of comments. I'm just going to kind of Rain Man it through. We're going to have the book up. We're just going to fire through them. So we'll have some fun doing that. I hope you all. Maybe we'll like do something like. Maybe I'll do something. I'll do like a. Maybe I'll do like $5 on every game. I'll just wager on every game. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Can I do that? I'll see if I can do that. Would that be fun? Should I do that, guys? Just like go down my book and just wager on every game? That could be fun, right? It's a good content thing, isn't it? Put a 1 in the chat if that's something we should do. Can we do that? I've always wanted to do it. Just at least one Saturday. Like see how good I am. I'm doing it. I'm going to do every game. I'm going to do every game. All right, I'll check with the powers that be and see if we can do that. So we got a lot of 1s in the chat. So that sounds kind of interesting. Like I just bet $5 on every game. How many games are there? 100 or so? Over 100. So we're risking a good amount, but we'll see how well we do. All right, guys. We'll see what happens. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching. 10:30 a.m. I'll be here talking about every game. We'll see you then. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.